In 1942, as war raged and winter gripped Europe, survival meant mastering the cold at home, using ingenuity, physics, and whatever scraps were at hand. Central European homes relied on the Kachelofen, a massive masonry heater. Unlike iron stoves, it absorbed a short hot fire and released gentle warmth for up to a day. Its maze of internal flues trapped heat in dense ceramic, stretching scarce fuel into lasting comfort. Families gathered around it not just for heat, but for security, a symbol of survival through thermal mass. The Kachelofen turned fleeting energy into enduring warmth, making every scrap of wood count. It was the beating heart of the home, a quiet triumph of engineering over scarcity. When fuel ran out, people turned to the flowerpot heater, a candle beneath nested terracotta pots. This simple setup amplified a candle's heat, radiating it outward and creating a pocket of warmth. The secret was in trapping and slowly releasing heat, using basic thermodynamics. It couldn't heat a room, but it could keep hands warm and spirits up. With just a candle and a pot, families created a microclimate of hope. It was a lesson in making the most of every calorie of energy. Even the smallest flame became a lifeline. With whole homes impossible to heat, families retreated to a single room, often the kitchen. They sealed windows and doors, hung blankets and layered fabrics to trap precious warmth. Sometimes they built a tent under a table, living in a cocoon of shared body heat. 4 people together could generate the warmth of several light bulbs, enough to survive. Every breath, every candle, every bit of heat was hoarded. It was cramped, but it worked, a human-powered habitat in a frozen world. Survival meant shrinking your world to what you could keep warm. Cooking was both a necessity and a chance to conserve heat. The hay box, an insulated chest packed with straw, let food finish cooking off the fire. A pot brought to a boil was buried in hay, where it continued to cook for hours, using no extra fuel. The box itself radiated gentle warmth, turning cooking energy into room heat. This was cascading energy use, nothing wasted, everything repurposed. The hay box was a slow cooker and a heater, born of necessity. Every meal became another tool in the fight against the cold. Heat radiates in all directions, but much is lost to cold walls. A simple metal sheet behind a stove or candle reflected warmth back into the room. This trick doubled the effectiveness of every fire, with no extra fuel. It was a low-tech, high-impact hack, redirecting energy where it mattered. The same principle powers modern survival blankets. In 1942, it was a lifesaver. Survival in 1942 was about science, not just endurance. Thermal mass, insulation, and clever heat management turned scarcity into resilience. These lessons, using what you have, understanding how heat moves, are timeless. In any crisis, knowledge is the ultimate tool. Remember these stories. They're not just history, but a blueprint for facing the cold, whatever form it takes.